Mike, that's quite the quote from Tony Romo. Do you agree?
Yeah, it's a little saucy, but, you know, when I think about it in totality, man, and Tony dove deep into this one, I didn't think about it to this magnitude. I think he's right, though. And it's all of what Patrick Mahomes wants. You know, if he wants that GOAT status, I think he's already had a successful career up until this point by a lot of standards. But, you know, if he wants to surpass that GOAT status, I think it'll be important for him to win this game in order to get there. He closed the gap, and then he only got to get 4. If not, Tom Brady, well, he has 7. And then, you know, it's a huge gap there. And then you're talking about having to keep Andy Reid, having to go to Super Bowls and winning them. You know, Tom went to, 10, 11, if I'm not mistaken. Too many to count. But, you know, he won some and lost some. And then those years started to add up. And even though, you know, diets are different, guys have nutritionalists, and it's, you know, it's a different day and age in terms of training. Guys play longer, which will give Patrick the opportunity to, you know, fulfill that, you know, if he wants to get that GOAT status. But, you know, you still got to have Andy Reid intact. And even though I think he could operate in any offense, if you don't win this one, it just becomes a much more difficult task. But it's all in personal preference for Patrick and what he wants. I'm pretty sure he wants to be the greatest ever. Who don't? And this is a big stage for him. This is a great opportunity to move in that direction. And if it happens, you know, then we'll be talking next year about three-peating and you know, the status that puts you on that elite level in the upper echelon. So I'm excited for, you know, Patrick and what's in front of him, but the ultimate test is defeating TB12.
So let me ask you this. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, Tony said if he doesn't win this one, what happens if he wins this one? He wins next year. He three-peats. Has he passed Tom Brady? Tom Brady never three-peated.
No. Yeah, it's a long way to go. We got to look at the long haul. It's about longevity right now, man. Look, we got to take it 1 year at a time with Patrick.
But that's not what Tony did. Tony didn't take it 1 year. He said this is final.
I understand what Tony's saying. It's going to be difficult to catch Tom. I mean, that'll be 7 Super Bowl rings versus 1.
But hold on. But you say let it play out. So hold on, Mike. But Mike, you're saying that if he doesn't win this game, Patrick Mahomes' career is over. He retires with 1 ring.
No, I didn't say that. I say he's already had a successful career.
No, but so let me ask you a question. But so
you win 1 Super Bowl, that's a success. Now we talking about achieving GOAT status.
Okay. So, but here's Mike. He's only been in the league 4 years. So who's to say he doesn't go on and win 4 more? So let's just say, for the sake of argument, he's 5-1 in Super Bowl with 3 or 4 regular season MVPs.
I'm talking about the things that has to happen in order for him to win 4 more. Got to have Andy, I think. It's imperative. Come on, we can't deny that. Got to have Tyreek, got to have Kelsey.
Yeah, Tyreek is 26 years of age. Kelsey, I believe Kelsey has some more years. My thing is that when Tom Brady, so why would a loss ding Patrick Mahomes, but 3 losses hasn't dinged Tom Brady? Just answer me that.
Well, we talking about GOAT status, man. We talking about getting the GOAT status.
Well, Montana got no ding.
He's saying he's not going to catch Tom Brady.
But I'm just saying, Joe Montana has no dings. He's 4-0, didn't throw an interception. I'm asking Tony Romo, if a loss is going to hurt, is going to do irreparable harm to Patrick Mahomes, why hasn't 3 losses?
Harm to his career? It's not going to do. I just said, Shannon, that his career is already a success. It's already a success. He won a Super Bowl. I haven't won a Super Bowl. I can name Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl. There's plenty of guys who haven't won one. He's already won one. He's accomplished. Now we talking about ascending to greatness.
Right.
That's what we watching at Patrick Mahomes. We got to sit back.
I think something's getting lost in translation between you and I. Because my thing is, Mike, is that you're saying that a loss is going to ding him. Tony Romo says a loss
is. I'm responding to Tony, but Tony.
But you agreed with Tony. You agreed with him. Did you agree with Tony?
Don't win this. Hey, Skip, I know we're going a little long, but, you know, just.
It's okay. He's hard-headed.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You are agreeing with Tony, correct?
I agree with Tony, yes.
Okay, then. So I'm asking you this. If a ding will harm Patrick Mahomes, why hasn't 3 dings harmed Tom Brady? That's all I'm asking.
Okay, because
Still
he
got
wasn't
6.
playing Patrick Mahomes.
because
like
he
that.
still got 6, regardless of what.
So who's to say Patrick Mahomes won't get 5?
Well,
I'm not saying he's not going to get 5. I just said as long as he got Andy Reid and look, Shay, hold on, Shay. I even said if he operate in another offense, I still think he's more than capable of doing it. I also said in terms of nutrition and working out, longevity it's there for him. A 17, 18-year career.
We're going to circle back. Skip, go ahead and take it away, Skip. I know you chomping at the bit. Go ahead, Skip. Take it away.
Allow me to step back from this and say, I love Tony Romo as a broadcaster far more than I did Tony as my quarterback.
He might be better at that.
He's very good at what he does. He is paid lots of money to entertain us, to enlighten us during the telecast, and also to promote his game. So he is promoting by being very provocative here. I'm not even sure Tony believes he wants to go that far, but he did.
Right.
And yet, I will give him this much. He's basically saying that to even qualify for the eventual GOAT debate that he could enter, that he needs to beat Tom head-to-head at this point because he's presupposing, I believe Tony's presupposing this is going to be Brady's last Super Bowl. So just to be able to say, I beat him head-to-head, even though he's 43 and it's in his first year with a team that a year ago went 7-9, that would at least qualify him for eventual participation in maybe a GOAT debate. That's what he's saying. But if you lose to Brady now, it will always stain your reputation because you lost to Tom Brady when he was 43 and he was with a brand new team that wasn't very good a year ago. Okay,
right. But they're good. To get in the Super Bowl, you got to be good.
Okay,
you don't accidentally get there.
Okay, but remember, Patrick Mahomes took over a team that had been to the playoffs 3 straight times, that already had Tyreek and Kelsey. And to your point, you say, were they that good? Well, they weren't that good, but they were coming. They were rising.
Yeah, they were good players.
Okay, so he's going to step on the field a week from Sunday evening. He'll have the 2 best receivers on the field. He will be favored to win and probably should win this game against that team that could be just happy to be there playing as a team in its first home Super Bowl.
Would you feel that way if Tom Brady was operating without his 2 starting? If Donovan Smith and Tristan Wirfs?
That's a big loss.
Out. Okay, because that's what Patrick Mahomes is under. His 2 starting tackles are going to be out.
But I'm just telling you, he has 2 receivers better than any single receiver that Tom will play with.
You need protection to get on the ball, though.
Okay, I got that. Where I go south on this whole discussion is that you're presupposing Brady won't be back. He's going to play at least 2 more years, and I'm not going to bet against him to get back to at least 1 more Super Bowl because I think they might be favored next year to win the NFC going into the year.
I believe it will.
Because that whole team is starting to come of age around what will be a 44-year-old quarterback who to me shows no sign of decline whatsoever. I think his arm might be even stronger than ever. Okay, so what do I know so far from Patrick Mahomes? Well, I get a little offended that he's even entering the discussion yet because you got big wow factor with the MVP. But if you look hard at his performance last year in that Super Bowl, by his standards, it wasn't very good. 2 interceptions, 1 late 3rd quarter, 1 early 4th quarter when they trailed 20-10. 1 play that he got away with on 3rd and 15 that he threw basically a punt pass to Tyreek, who had to come back and wave for a fair catch, and it was 44 yards that saved the game. And then if you're not playing Jimmy G in the 4th quarter, who's going 3 for 11 for a grand total of 36 yards plus a pick, plus missed Emmanuel Sanders at the goal line with 1 minute and 40 seconds left, what could have been the winning touchdown pass, you don't survive that game.
But Skip, you're judging Patrick Mahomes by only Super Bowls. Brady didn't become GOAT by just only playing in Super Bowls. It's AFC Championship game, it's divisional, it's wild card. You look at what Patrick Mahomes has done in his playoffs. He's 17 total touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Look at last week. Was that not a GOAT-like performance?
That was his best game that he's played.
Look at what he did against Tennessee. Look at what he did against the Houston Texans. Even in his first playoff game against Tom Brady, his second playoff game in the AFC Championship game, he was spectacular. So we just can't look at it in a vacuum and say, okay, because he threw 2 interceptions in the Super Bowl, that's going to disqualify him. Tom Brady built up this resume, playoffs and Super Bowls.
Okay. But it's almost like we're rendering. Go ahead, Michael.
No, regardless of what, this won't tarnish Patrick Mahomes' image in terms of, just his overall game in any way. you know, I think if he don't win this Super Bowl, he's going to have plenty more opportunities, just like Tom had to win some and lose some. He just won more than he lost. Could be the same for Patrick. So, you know, even though he's going up against Tom at 43 years old, it don't matter. We still got the best of the best going head to head.
Okay, I want to ask both of you. Are you saying you don't think Brady will ever get back to another Super Bowl?
Oh, no, I'm not going to say that.
I'm not saying that at all. I think they're more than capable of getting back next year. They're going to be even better next year. Yeah. With OTAs and
I told you that, Skip. I thought
they're gonna be even better next year.
I told you like midway through the season. I'm not picking them this year, but I'm definitely picking them next year because I thought they would be like what Denver was with Peyton. Is that the first year they were really good, and then the next year they took off. I believe they were going to take off. They're ahead of schedule.
Wait a second. Time out.
You just got to retain Brian Leftwich. He could be. He could be a head coach somewhere real soon.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, but next year, Shannon Sharpe is going to pick a 44-year-old quarterback that he said 4 years ago should call it a day and go home.
Yeah, because I'm picking the pieces that are around him. You look at what he has around him.